So as I stated before, I take breaks between episodes, and it's mostly just due to sometimes this game can get a little hectic. Let's see. Did I look at the window last time? Not sure if I did. Yeah, it's very flooded. But last time I was here, I was thinking about something. And I don't think I brought it up. So, in Lucas's words, or Max said that Lucas had him bring him, or Max says that Lucas had him bring him, or Max brought Lucas to the quarry. There's a letter at the quarry that says explicitly that Flip-Flop and Boomer. That's what that meant, okay. But there was a letter at the quarry that, in one of the tunnels, that didn't have a name on it, but it did say that he was brought there. And thinking about it now, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Lucas was brought to the cabin, and then Lucas was like, oh, I guess I don't have a way home. Limber up every morning, no excuses. The life expectancy of a radio man was 5 seconds. Always defy the odds. And there's a bathroom here. Good ammo. But this is a radio room. It looks like there's going to be a puzzle in here. Oh, there's the
It's deactivated.
That's the radio device that we're going to have to figure out how to use. I'm assuming there's going to be something in here. Sorry, give me 1 second. My throat. Something kept getting caught in my throat. Okay, he's going to call us in here. So there's a tape here. There's pills. So he was tinkering with the pills. Known establishments and associate locations. Mayor Corporation in DC. So New Jersey, DC, Washington. Distribution in Washington. Mayor AG in Germany. And Hatsutsky Inc. in Texas. Mayor Pharmaceutical, where the revenue went up 2 million and then immediately jumped up 4 million, which isn't absurd if a pharmaceutical company is growing. But the strange part is, yes, they were near DC. They were in DC. Between 1945 and 1973, the government and CIB held numerous major experiments involving psychoactive drugs. See MK Montauk Files, Philadelphia Shipyard, etc. I don't think it's supposed to say MK Ultra there, or MK, because it said a different Ultra earlier. Files found on Greenland shark toxins, Agent Orange, or rainbow herbicides. Orange, green, and purple. Where does rainbow fit in? Soldiers are government property. Civilians are private. But there's a risk reward, and soldiers are better than civilians. There's a stove here, but there's something here. Something's supposed to be placed on that. That's not good. I'm gonna grab this and it's gonna ring. Is it not? Maybe it rings later, because I know that... I think you do come back here. Or we do come back here later. But I'm not sure to what extent any of this is gonna go. This phone's gonna ring right here, though. No. This phone right here. No. Yep.
Whatever it is you're trying to do, you will fail.
Yeah, he's not happy with me. So, as of right now, our good friend, the detective, or I'm gonna call him the Fed for now on, because I think he's Mayor Corporation, or he's tied to Mayor, and I don't know how to describe him other than the Fed. He's not having a fun time either. So something's gonna go. Yeah, he's not happy. Here's something strange. In that sentence, rainbow was capitalized. And I'm turning down my mic because I'm spiking within range and I don't want to do that.
Lucas could be your ticket out of here. You have to contact him.
I'll find a way.
Whatever you see when you're there, don't let it hinder you. Keep going.
See, I thought there was a second Desmond tape. I thought there was, but there's also like multiple records that are just missing here.
I wouldn't be surprised if those Meyer folks straight up got rid of Max. Oh, his poor daughter. Watch yourself out there.
But turns out the soundtrack for this game does have the records in it, and it's a banger. So if you want to listen to it, it's on Spotify. Green. Bobbity boop. We're going into a forest. I think Lucas has PTSD. I feel like Radio Man has PTSD. Oh, this is different. Still the water, but it's very much different. And signal flares.
Nice place you got here. Cozy. And this table? Is it mahogany or oak? I actually have no idea. All right, Mr. Cole. Why don't you sit down so we can start with the basics? Have you ever had therapy or counseling before? Straight to the point, huh, Doc? Sorry, You're not the first therapist I've met with, but I sometimes find it difficult to open up. Past therapy sessions were very productive.
Yeah, something feels off about Lucas beyond... Like, I think he has PTSD because he's military, and usually military has PTSD, but especially after a certain service, but something feels weird. It was 1977, so it's Vietnam or Korea. So,
I'm sorry
that's
to hear that.
dangerous.
I'm not a super social guy, so you're the first person I've spoken more than a sentence with since I moved here. About a month ago. In that case, welcome to Milton Haven. Thanks. Since I'm on the road so much, I tend to keep to myself, but sometimes I feel like paying people to talk to me. I just got a little cabin just outside of town. It's a nice upgrade from living in a van crammed with gear.
So,
So, what brings you here? That's a good question. I need help staying sane. You see, how this usually goes is that I tell you, the therapist, a story from my time in the armed forces of horrifying experiments, government conspiracies, and cover-ups. Then at some point, you're gonna give me the look. The look? The look you're giving me right now. The look that says I'm talking to a lunatic.
that is true. Because here's something that has been brought up in recent years is a conspiracy or to conspire simply to come together to identify something or come up with something. A conspiracy theory is a theory that has been identified by people conspiring together. I'm sorry, I'm slipping over my words today. So a lot of conspiracy theories over the recent years have been proven either incorrect, wrong, or correct. And that's getting a little... So back then, especially with Vietnam and Korea, and Agent Orange and the government doing shit in South America and covering stuff up, like, it's questionable. Especially if this is about Mayor. Like, it's questionable things, man.
Lunatic? No. But I am a bit puzzled. I would very much like to hear your story. All right, I'll tell it to you, but I've been made to doubt myself for years, so I hope you'll take it seriously. Take me seriously, and don't give me that look neither. Just let me do the talking for a bit, okay?
So Lucas has a story. I feel like it's connected to the military, but I feel like he's seen more, and him seeing all this stuff really made him come forward. So it'll be interesting to see what Lucas has to say. Oh, instantly. There's secrets. Milton Haven shrouded in uncertainty. Life in Milton Haven has noticeably changed. A strange, unexplained sense of dread hangs in the air. People are on edge these days, present company included, said Joseph Merrick as he sipped from a glass of tap water. I'm usually sharp as a tack, but lately my mind has been all over the place. The town's crime rate has more than tripled in the past few weeks. The things that lurk in the darkness of men's hearts have come to light, said the priest. Monsters and madness are punishment for our sins. Some residents are also reported hearing strange voices of unknown origins. Some science lady popped into my head and started asking me questions. Ain't nobody got time for that. While the origin of this recent trend is currently unknown, there's one question that lingers in the hearts of the people of Milton Haven. When will it end? So there's your drugged water. That's going to be something that we have to be careful of. Don't drink the water. So, I believe this is the national park. Yes, Elysium State Park. And we're going to get a phone call right now. Yep.
You won't listen to me? Fine. Then I suggest you pay close attention to what he has to say. It's the last bedtime story you'll ever hear. Rainbow out.
Oh, so the feds... So, yeah. Agent Rainbow. Oh. No, that makes sense. If it's Agent Orange, Agent Purple, Agent Green. Agent Rainbow. That's why he looks like a secret agent. Make sure the detective. Department of Agriculture, Elysium State Park. Temporary closure due to safety hazard. Going into or being upon the restricted area includes all lands, roads belonging to or associated with the decommissioned U.S. Army installation Fort Sonder, including the old bunker. Those exempt. Any federal officer or designated mayor pharmaceutical employee carrying the proper permits. Dr. Desmond Wales. The purpose of this order is to provide you with the most spectacular death possible, second only to the heat death of the universe. You'll be gone in a flash. So we have, I'm assuming Flash is going to be the enemy. Right? Because here's the thought process. The bowl was what we had. There was the lighthouse, which was shade. The Watcher. I can imagine there being some creature called the Flash. And I know it says Desmond Wales. Because we're here, but... That's a gun with legs. That's a bit scary. That is a bit scary. Oh god, this is huge. Ranger cabin leads to... Or we could go to the watchtower. But I'm assuming we're going to want to go to the church. And we're also going to want to go to the water... See, there's so much here that we want to see. I feel like all roads lead to the bunker. So we're going to want to go to the ranger cabin first. Because I don't think we can get into the park yet. Yep. We don't have the radio yet. What's interesting about this one is I believe... I knew there was a giant. Oh. I believe he shoots at you. There's 1, 2... Fuck. I'm taking my security a little, being a little safe. Also, this guy's stuck. There's a generator out here. We are at the ranger cabin.
It's blocked from the other
Yeah,
side.
of course. So there's a random washing machine. Huh. Spooky. I want to explore the... okay, so one thing I do want to say is I will be exploring this area if I can, to the extent of what I know and want to know. So I do think it's a good idea to explore the church. My reasoning behind this... oh, there's a watchtower back here. Yeah, it was in the map. God. But, I noticed I'll check the compatibility of the backup generator with my radio beacon technology. If it works, it should enable me to turn the generator from inside the cabin. Okay, we don't have that yet. So I guess we gotta go up there. Oh. Government van. If you're reading this, then I'm in the wind. I'm on to you now. I know what you've done, and I will never forgive you. I won't stop until you're brought to justice. If you're after me, there'll be a target on your back, and as you can see, I'm a damn good shot. Sincerely, go screw yourself. Yeah, I think he was... I think he was possibly a former Army Ranger, and if that's the case, dude is, yes, a very good shot. Yeah. What's down here? A power tower? Why is this so? No, what as I was saying, I'll say it again. Okay, I feel like this is electrified, so this isn't a good idea yet. Possibly turning off power or something. But I'm going to be exploring this game very much. So that church area, it's like the lab from earlier, or from the Thanatos sequence. I feel like that church has something, just like the water treatment plant has something. Just want to figure that out. Try the other way. I don't know the other way. Maybe we do have to go to the cabin again? I honestly don't know. I feel like it's... we don't have... I don't have much to go off of here. There's no way for me to get a radio yet, so... oh, actually, maybe. The Elysium State Park cable connection is officially open. Enjoy the ride. Now 200 feet off the ground. Association with water treatment plant, yeah. Let me go back to the park entrance, because right now we're seeing that there's no... oh, never mind. Those are boards I can break. See, I was thinking about it, right? It's like, also, for some reason I'm leaning to the left. I think my A key, I've brought this up in other videos and other things. I feel like my A key is just bad. I feel like it's worn out. Oh, this is Luke. Wait, he was the park ranger? Maybe. Diary Ranger 505 made contact with a scientist working on Agent Rainbow. She told me she'd give me documents that'll blow the lid off this entire experiment. I'm supposed to meet with her soon. Finally, I'm going to have some answers and a chance at vindication. So, probably the scientist Rosemary. Hey, buddy.
An electrical indicator. It's off.
There we go. We have in and out.
It's blocked from
Yeah,
the
it's
other side.
blocked. Yeah, this is his cabin. Okay. That's where I want to go. I don't think I want to go just yet. There's a phone here. Snacks. Yeah, there's lots of snacks. Note to self, this metallic foil is a happy accident. While I don't want to block my device's signal, it may help hide the frequency from being detected by undesirable forces. Further testing is in order. For now, I can at least sleep with less interference in the air. Log entry 465. Finally, some progress. I found a half-burnt memo that mentioned an actual chemical agent tested in the 60s. It said, why fight the enemy when you can scare it into submission? But also said it would prove to be too effective, so they shut it down. I'm guessing they decided to bring it out of retirement. That is kind of... I think that's what they said, like Agent Rainbow was working. It just took a while. It was a while. Nearby for storm attack foils have been found to block reception. Snake farm still crashes randomly. Or device, so you can't play Snake on it. Listen to the deposition of a radio man who survived an encounter with Agent Rainbow in the late 60s. I knew there had to be a connection between radio waves and the way the chemical affects the brain. It's a little known fact that brain emits electromagnetic radiation, brainwaves, just like a radio does. The difference in frequency is so great, however, that the two never interfere with each other, but with Agent Rainbow, that's no longer the case. In order to understand Agent Rainbow works, one must not only understand the brain's chemistry, but also its mental processes. Consider the Jungian concept of the shadow. In simple terms, the dark part of our personality. Every undesirable aspect of ourselves we push down and repress. Agent Rainbow brings it all to the surface and gives it form. Facing something like that is such a sudden way is a truly horrifying experience, leading to accelerated mental degradation followed often by death. That's how Virginia died, didn't it? See, we have to initiate the radio towers. But that's Virginia. That's how Virginia died. It's in the water. And then they released a signal burst.
Looks custom made. Let's see what it can do.
Sync. This is trippy. Yeah, this is screwy. I have to. There we go. That's dangerous. That is a super dangerous, mega hulking badass. How do you... He's gone now. That scared me. Just randomly getting target in my sights. So I'm assuming... I'm gonna go back inside. I have to see what Lucas wrote down. So... each of these areas has a radio tower. And we have to use all of them to get into the bunker. So the first one is the watchtower behind us, and then that'll get us to the water plant, which we go back down. We can head across the way and then head to the church. So this one might be a bit more dangerous depending on how much damage those sniper rounds hit you with. I like the radio, but I thought this was way earlier in the game, not this at this point, which is bit unfortunate for me. There's a radio frequency somewhere down here. There's pills in there, I think, and I feel like the radio frequency tower has a radio signal. I don't know how, but it does, and that's... See, I thought Flash was in, like, Speed, not Hulk. But then you think about it, yeah, it makes sense. I knew there was a giant. The other way. Oh, shoot. We have to go through the front of the park, and then we have to head in the back way. Is this a van? I don't know what this, why we're getting radio signal. If it was, maybe it's the gate over here? It's the gate. If you're within distance or something, you can enable it. Okay. All I can say is into the forest we go, and I don't know where it stops anymore. Maybe the bunker. Or maybe we have to go further than that.